It's the great debate, ladies and gentlemen. It's the two titans clashing. It is the great battle between two juggernauts. What I am talking about is a trust versus a will. Who wins? Who should do what? Should you have one versus the other? Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk to you today about trust versus wills, but you can find me at my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. If you have any questions about that, you can schedule a free consultation to chat about this great debate. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you my 2 cents on which one you should pick, because it's an incredibly important distinction between the two. As people probably already know, a trust is going to be a legal entity that you create, that you put yourself in charge, you take your stuff, you put it inside the trust, and everything inside that trust is going to avoid probate once you pass away. Probate is the process by which we get a judge to look at all your stuff. He says that it goes over here, this person's in charge. It takes months, it takes thousands of dollars. It is a pain in the butt to deal with after someone has passed away. And probate happens probably 70, 80% of the time when somebody passes away, including those who are married, do everything together. I mean, it is highly likely that most people, including most people watching this video, are subject to probate. So trusts are a great way to avoid probate, but they are more expensive to set up right now. And they do take more paperwork because you got to transfer your stuff from outside of the trust into the trust to make it effective. Those are the cons of the trust, but the pros are that you avoid probate. In other words, it's more expensive now, but it's cheaper in the long run. You avoid 2 probates if you're married. You avoid 1 probate if you're a single person. But 1 probate, even half of 1 probate, is probably more expensive than it takes to set up a trust. So there's that. A trust is, again, going to be more expensive now than a will, but it will save you more money in the long run. Additionally, the day after you pass away, you can access everything rather than waiting that 3 to 5 months, 6 months, 12 months of a probate. So that's extremely nice because the last thing your loved ones want to deal with is waiting to downsize the house, to access bank accounts, to sell the car, whatever. And last but not least, a trust is private. A will is public. A will is going to be a publicly filed document that everybody can read. A trust is a private document that nobody needs to read unless they're named in the document. So the pros and cons of a trust, again, pros. It costs more now, or pros, it costs less in the total of your lifetime because it saves you from probate, the expenses of probate. It is faster because the day after you pass away, you can sell everything, take care of everything, and it's private. So those are the pros. The cons are that it's more expensive now, cheaper in the long run. And then it also takes more paperwork. You got to transfer stuff from outside into the trust. A will is the polar opposite. It's reflection, polar opposite. So a will, it has the benefit of being cheaper now, but more expensive in the long run. It's going to be less paperwork because you don't have to do any follow-up paperwork once you sign the will. And unfortunately, it's going to be public. It's going to go through probate. It's going to cost more overall. It's going to take more time to resolve it, and it's going to be public information. So pros and cons to both. I generally boil it down to this. I talk to 2 types of people. I'd say it's 50-50 in both camps. One type of person, they say, I'm going to be dead. It doesn't matter. I don't want to deal with this. I'll let everybody else figure it out. And that's totally valid. I'm not passing any judgment. If you're in that camp, a will is probably more appropriate. If you are in the camp of, I want everything to be protected, I want everything to be well organized and no drama, and it happens exactly how I want to save some money, then a trust is probably a better conversation to have. So that's the great debate between the two. That's my 2 cents. But again, if you have any questions on this or where you fall in that category, which one should you pick? I'd be more than happy to chat with you. You can find me at my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can go to my Contact Us page and schedule a free consultation over the phone directly onto my calendar. Or you can go to and email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com. So with that, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.